Hey guys, it's Gameface here, and welcome back to episode 18 of my Monaco career mode. Now in today's episode, we have got one hell of an episode for you. We've got a game against Borussia Dortmund in the quarter-finals of the Champions Cup. That's the second leg. Then we've got a cup final 4 days later against Stade Rennais. And to begin things, we have got a game against Dijon in the league. So yeah. It's not as good, but we're going to try and get through 5 games in today's episode, and that is going to be one of them. We're actually simming this opening match. I'll show you what I'm going to do in today's episode, trying to get through 5 matches, so quite a big episode. Sim the first one, play Dortmund, play the final 4 days later, we'll sim the game against Toulouse as well, and then we'll get onto the Lyon match, and that'll hopefully be the final game of today's episode, which we will play. So that's the aim, that's what we're going to try and do. Hopefully it works out like that, just so that next episode, the final episode of the season, we'll have those 3 games to try and get through, and yeah, that's the way I'm going to try and set things up. Hopefully it works out, but obviously we'll just have to wait and see as the episode goes on. So before we get into things, if we could try and hit 50 likes on today's episode, I would really appreciate it. And if you're new to the channel, just haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That'll be absolutely fantastic. And as you can see, we've obviously got the face cam back in today's episode, which is great. Player returning from injury, we've got Duran returning from injury here, which is great news. Adds an extra man into our team, which is something we desperately need, and with so many games coming up in the next few weeks. Monthly scouting update as well. Not too sure what this is going to look like. Anybody, it's going to look half decent. I mean, I don't think we've got enough money to sign anyone up anyway. But it doesn't look like too many decent players here. Nope, nothing this month. Okay, so let's crack on with simming the first game of today's episode. This is the side I've gone with. Very, very weak. A lot of tired players, so I've had to rotate it massively. Also a game against Dortmund in just a few days' time, and a cup final in a week's time. So, had to make loads of changes. Dijon are actually 16th in the league, I think, so we've had to obviously try and adjust the team, but hopefully it's still enough to try and beat them. So Subasic, Touré, Jemison, Diallo, Jorge, Toussaint, Nkita, Barrett, Lamar, Boschilla and Jaman all starting. Lamar gets us ourselves an opening goal here, 11 minutes in, fantastic start to the game. Needed Lamar to step up in this match, the only bit of real quality we have on the pitch, to be honest. Diallo led the centre-back, getting the second goal of the game into the second half. Perfect start to this game here, perfect first half. We've got Silva coming on, which isn't ideal. Same with Mbappe, I wanted to try and preserve them ideally for the game against Dortmund. Hopefully no injuries here. Jorge manages to add a third, but then they come and get a goal with 7 minutes to go. It finishes 3-1, 3 points in the bag. That's all we can ask for, really, especially with such a changed team. Again, great news for us, because those 3 points will be massively important to just make sure we stay in the top 4. We can't win the league really now, not realistically anyway. We can still finish second, but of course top 4, anywhere in the top 4 is where we're going to try and finish, and make sure that we win the cup final and see how far we can get in the Champions League. Some player drills to do in today's episode as well. We've got our young goalkeeper going to 68 overall, and he will be hopefully used a bit more next season when he's a little bit of a better overall as a backup goalkeeper, whereas this season he's not really going to get much of a look in, obviously, towards the back end of this year. Okay, so this is the side I'm going to go with for the game against Dortmund. It's the second leg. In the last leg, if you didn't see the last episode, it was 1-1 in the last game, and that meant we conceded an away goal, I think. So we need to try and get an away goal ourselves in this away match. Subasic starting in goal here to debate right back. Kurt Zouma and however you pronounce his name, he starts at centre back as well alongside him. Still recovering from injury, so a little bit risky. But Glick can't start even though he's fully fit, because he's suspended from the last leg. And Mendy starting at left back, got Kojello alongside Bakayoko. Still quite a tired team, to be honest, not fully fit. Lamar on the left hand side, Malcolm on the right hand side, with Silva in behind Falcao. No Mbappe, for some reason Mbappe is more tired than Jaman, even though Jaman started the last game, but they're both on the bench. Durar also returning from injury, which is great. Bon Giovanni could come off the bench if we need him. And yeah, let's crack on with things. It's the second leg, it's the one that could determine whether we find our way to the semi-final or not. Let's wait and find out what happens. Okay, so here we go. Away at Dortmund for this match. Of course, as things stand, we are going out, because obviously Dortmund have the away goal. So we need to find ourselves at least 1 goal in this game, but ideally get a couple of goals, because I imagine Dortmund will have a very, very good attack, as they did in the last game. Got to make sure that we're defensively quite tight in this match, because obviously, you know, we need to make sure we're not conceding easy goals in this game. We can't really afford to be doing that, and hopefully Falcao provides some goals up front for us as well. Let's wait and see what this game brings. We need to get ourselves into a semi-final if we can, to see whether we can get ourselves the winner's medal, potentially, in the Champions League. What a ball in, what a header out. Stronger than us so far, Sahim won it back off Malcolm there. He's going to play it to Dembele. Got to try and get closer to him there, and that could have been an early goal. Not the way he wanted to start at all. Too much space for him to turn and shoot on his favoured foot. And Dortmund starting very strongly here. Got to try and just weather this attack now and make sure that we don't let Royce get so far past us there. Kojello managing to win it back. And we've got to break a little bit quicker. It's difficult though, obviously Falcao out front, not loads of pace. I'm just hoping he's got more of a finishing ability than Mbappe. It's fallen to Silva. He's going to come in on his left foot, trying to shoot. Oh, he's just got a bit too much on it. Should probably keep that one down a bit better. Falcao looking for a hold-up play there into Lamar Shan. Going to shoot. Oh, the centre-back have made the run as well. Oh, such a good opportunity. It was on his right foot, though, sadly, and that just made things even more difficult for the centre-back. What a run that is. Really just out of the blue and really opened up Dortmund for some reason there. I don't know why they were so light at the back. Should be 1-0 though so far. It's a really good chance for us. Casello onto Falcao. He's going to play it on to Malcolm. And he's going to try and find Casello again, but couldn't pick him out. Malcolm looking to pull it back. Bakayoko to shoot. Saved. It's another great chance. I think we've got to get a better connection on the shot there from Bakayoko. And it really should have been 1-0 for us already, to be honest. So it could be 2-0, to be honest, at half-time here. Haven't quite managed to take the chance, and at the moment, of course, we are still going out of the competition. There's still plenty of time. I think we can still get ourselves a goal here. Malcolm with another strike, another save. A few decent opportunities now towards the end of this first half. Lamar will deliver a corner, a bit too near the goalkeeper, and that'll be punched away. Half-time, 0-0, 1-1 on aggregate. Let's get straight into the second half. Need to try and find ourselves at least one goal. That's well played. Silva now onto Falcao. Great chance to shoot off the post. Maybe could have taken one extra touch, but it was difficult to tell really because I was expecting to be intercepted a bit earlier than I did. And I just about got the shot away, but it hit the post. That'll be a goal kick, another great chance. Got to try and score one though. Silva again going to look for Falcao, this time on his right foot. Back across to Silva, got to shoot, got to score, and he has done. It's 1-0, we've got the away goal we so desperately needed. It's now 2-1 in aggregate, and as things stand, we will go through into the semi-finals. But there's still plenty of time to be played, 40 minutes left still. But it's a great opportunity. Again, Dortmund's defence seems to be pretty open here. Falcao just has to play it off to Silva, who gets hacked down, but luckily finishes just before he was able to be brought down there in the box. And it's 1-0, 2-1 aggregate. Oh, chance, and it's 1-1, as easy as that, 5 minutes after we score. Of course, we've seen it on FIFA so many times. It happens. As soon as you score, the opposition steps it up a gear and then usually retaliates with a goal themselves. And that's meant that currently we're going into extra time and penalties. Yeah, like I say, it's just the way that FIFA's built, sadly, where they step up a gear as soon as you score. And we were unable to weather that storm this time round. It's 1-1, completely out of the blue, undeserved as well. That's quite a frustrating one. But a goal, and the next goal will be very important for us. We've got to get ourselves another goal, because that's an away goal. So even if they were to equalise, they would need another one on top of that as well. So still very much in our hands if we can get ourselves another goal. Silva onto Falcao. Falcao needs some more support. Casello will give it to him. Gonna look at... Oh, no, a little bit wrong there, but we've still got a chance. Oh, the pass wasn't quite right. Maybe could have gone with the shot through Casello, but I just thought the opening was gonna, again, I think, crop up for Falcao, I think it was, but his positioning changed, and the attack ended up breaking down a little bit. Okay, all three changes, 15 minutes to go. We don't want extra time and penalties, obviously, with us having a cup final in 4 days' time. So Mbappe, Durant, and Toussaint are all going to come on. Bakayoko, Silva and Lamar all to come off. So 15 minutes, hopefully the change can be made pretty quickly, just so we can get the fresh legs on the pitch. And like I say, we could well be going into extra time and penalties here, unless they were to do something with this chance. Got to just make sure he doesn't get a cross in here, Dembele. And we've managed to just make it easy for them, but they've still lost it. On to Malcolm, loads of space to run into. It's whether he's got the pace to do it. The energy is not quite there for Malcolm. Bender will beat him to it, but he's gone to ground. Malcolm needs a cross. It's gone out. We can get the subs on. That's the main thing. Durant to deliver. Got some fresh legs here. Sidibe's in the box, flicks it on, and that could have found its way to anybody at the back post. There was just no one there. Toussaint will keep it in, and yeah, we won't be crossing with him again, ever. He's going to go short. Berkey. Straight to Falcao. Oh, the post again. How have we managed that? Oh, I read him like a book. It was so obvious the way the left one defender back that they were going to do that. Couldn't capitalise from it. The amount of chances we've had in this game that we've just not managed to take is unbelievable. 3 or 4 really good chances, and somehow we are still level in this game. Crazy stuff. But I think there's still time. Mbappe is going to obviously give us fresh legs. It's going to cause them some issues. Hopefully we can hit through Falcao. Again on his left foot, this time wide. Always falls to him either on the wrong foot or just with a player that's not got much energy left. Going to switch it out to Malcolm here, who has moved over to the left-hand side. Needs somebody in the box to try and get on the end of it. Malcolm will try and pick out Falcao. It's a little bit overhit. Still falls for Falcao. Can he shoot and score? He has done. It's the second goal that we've managed to score in this match. It's in the 90th minute as well. It's 2-1, 3-2 on aggregate. It's the away goal we need. So even if they do manage to get themselves a goal now, we go through into the next round over due to the 2 away goals we managed to get. and it's fallen for him very nicely. This time it's not the post. He finds the back of the net, smashes it home, and we are into the semi-finals. Fantastic way to end the match. Didn't want extra time, didn't want the extra 30 minutes, and we've managed to get ourselves into the next round. Fantastic stuff. Right in the 90th minute, how late can we leave it? But the main thing is we've scored the goal, and that's us into the next round, the semi-finals, knocking Dortmund out of the Champions League. Completely deserved. The stats show that as well. Dortmund having 2 shots, 2 on target. We had 13 shots, 9 of which on target. Eventually managed to get that second goal so late on, and it seems like it might be Real Madrid in the semi-final. Not too sure. Yeah, it seems like it, although sometimes the tournament tree isn't quite accurate, so we can assume it's Real Madrid in the next round, but we're not 100% sure just yet. £6 million are getting into the semi-finals as well. Okay, so now our focus must switch to the cup final we've got now, and it's obviously going to be a huge game for us. A chance to get some silverware in this season, some guaranteed silverware anyway. Subasic to start in goal, Torre at right back, Glick and Kurt Zouma at centre back with Mendy as our left back. Obviously having to make some changes here, but Glick comes in, and I think we've still got a strong enough team to win this match, but of course we had a game just 4 days ago. Le Marchand is going to play alongside Toussaint at CDM, so a good little partnership I think there. Bashila on the left hand side, Duran's going to go on the right hand side with Germain in behind Mbappe, who will start up front. Full energy for Mbappe because obviously he didn't play much of the last game. This is the bench I've gone with, quite depleted bench again, and same with the reserves as well. Jemison, Jorge, Bakayoko, Nkita, Bongiovanni, Lamar and Falcao make up the rest of the team. So quite a few big names missing out there, but purely because they're a little bit tired. They will get into obviously the game that we have after this one in 6 days' time. I'll imagine most of them will probably get in anyway. But yeah, we'll crack on with this one straight away and see whether we can win the final. It's a huge game, this one. Well, here we go. It's the cup final, and it's a trophy that we really want to try and win, because obviously in the league we have been very inconsistent this season, so that means we need to try and find ourselves a way of winning some silverware. We won't be able to win the league, but we might well be able to win this trophy and get far in the Champions League as well, into the semi-finals of that, obviously. So some great opportunities to win some silverware. This is obviously our best run, have it been, with it being a final for us to play here. It's going to be one of the 2 teams to win the silverware. Got to make sure it's our side. I think we've got the better team out, to be honest. It's not a full strength side, but it's still enough, I hope, to try and get ourselves a win. And we want to see some good performances from a lot of these players. We need a few good performances, especially from Mbappe, who nearly scores early on, 3 minutes in. Has to be a good save by the goalkeeper. Schiller will deliver the corner. It's a fantastic start to the game. Has to be punched to Glick, who tried to finish it off but couldn't. It was going wide. Mbappe onto Germain. Now back to Mbappe to shoot. Oh, so close. It's wide. I think he might have to do a bit better there, to be honest. It's not a great finish, and 15 minutes in, we're certainly the team on top here, but only 2 chances so far. Durat looking to switch it out here to Mbappe. What a pass that is. Oh, couldn't quite turn as I wanted to. He turned away too much. Wanted to try and turn round the player. And we've lost the ball. Not too many chances since we had those 2 sort of opening chances in the game here. It's kind of died off a little bit, purely because we've been unable to get through them, to be honest. They've been very tight at the back. That's just made things really difficult, and we've had to try and we've been playing very central. Maybe that's been the issue, to be honest, because they are so solid centrally, and we are so weak out wide. So it's obviously not beneficial for us to go out wide. We might have to, but we'll just have to wait and see. There's only a few minutes left of the first half. Germain out wide here to Torre, who's got forward. Torre going to go for a delivery. Germain's in the middle, and it's 1-0. It's exactly what I was on about, going out wide and trying to get the ball back into the box. We've managed to do it as well just a couple of minutes later. Germain with the goal, finds his way into the box. It's a brilliant header, and we're winning this game. Brilliant start, or brilliant first half, I should say. Brilliant way to end it, because it hasn't been filled with chances. It's probably only our 3rd chance of the game, to be honest, but that one is a fantastic delivery from Torre and a brilliant header from Germain. It's 1-0. It's half-time, it's still 1-0, let's crack on with the second half straight away, hopefully add to that scoreline. You can see they've not had a shot yet, so we are clearly on top, but we're not really having that many chances, to be honest, so we need to try and create a little bit more and obviously take the chances as well. Great chance here for Durat to shoot, and it's right at the goalkeeper who struggled to save it. Puts it right out in front of him, really poor goalkeeping there, but nearly a chance for us to put it into the back of the net. Toussaint's going to bring it forward and try to play it to Germain, still has it here. And it's going to be the centre-half to play to Schiller. Can he get a cross back in? Yeah, I think we're not very good at crossing, are we? Mendy getting forward now. Another cross going into the box, and Mbappe couldn't get there. I think crossing might actually be our best way forward here, to be honest. Really struggling to deal with us out wide, because they are so strong centrally. And that seems to be really benefiting us at the moment. Schiller makes the wrong run, though, this time. Germain's free. Can't get the pass right, though, for some reason. Go on, Durat, pull it back. Mbappe's got to have this chance. Oh, wide. It is on his left foot, I know, but Such a good opportunity. I just wanted it at the near post, not the far post. And in the end, it does just spin away from goal. So close, though. Really good bit of play. And that's the way we're going to have to beat this team to get ourselves some more goals by playing out wide and bring it back inside. Okay, all three changes now. There's about 25 minutes to go. We're going to bring on Nkita, Bongiovanni and Jorge. That means Mendy, Mbappe and Toussaint will all come off. And just making those changes because we've obviously got a game to play soon, and I want to try and make sure we've got the right amount of players and the right players to play those sort of matches. So taking off some of the key players here, despite us only being 1-0 up, but we are very much in control. And there's 25 minutes to go, and I want to see how these youngsters get on in this match. Germain holding it up for Bongiovanni. He's found a way through. Oh, what a chance. Bongiovanni scores at the second attempt. He's been on the pitch a minute, maybe, and he's just got himself a goal. That's how the youngsters are going to get on in this game. Fresh legs, makes a nice run and brings it down on the second attempt, managing to score the goal. It's 2-0, and that is one hell of a super sub. I'd like to take all the credit for that if possible. And yeah, there we go. Left foot into the back of the net. It's 2-0 and 20 minutes left, and that could be the goal that sees us win this cup. It'd be nice to win the cup with that goal, but obviously there's still 20 minutes left, and you never know what this opposition are going to bring in the final 20 minutes. They've started strong again, exactly the same as Dortmund. They score, and they get themselves back in the game every single time. Flick a switch, and suddenly they start attacking, and somehow they manage to get past Glick there and score the goal. Nonsense. This cup final just got a little bit more interesting, I think. They've started off strong again from kickoff, running through, had to make a challenge there through Torre, and a really interesting end to this match, I think, which is not good news for us. We did not want that. We wanted it to kind of die out, to be honest, with those changes. But Boschilla running forward here, the defence aren't really wanting to get back. Can he cut it back? Bongiovanni trying to get through and shoot on his left foot. Painful. Such a good chance. Should do better. I know he's a young player. I know he's not a great overall. But such a good opportunity to score. 10 minutes to go. Will we win this cup? We've got to try and hold on, I think. Maybe hit on the break if we can with the young, sort of pacier players we've got now on the pitch. Bongiovanni going to try and pick out Germain. It's a fantastic pass. Oh, what a ball over the top. Germain doesn't have the pace or the strength to manage to hold on to it, though. What a pass that is from the youngster. Incredible stuff. Need to hold on to this. Got to try and win ourselves the cup. We don't want to go into extra time. I'm hoping that we can just about keep hold of the win. Again, just one man at the back now for the opposition. Germain's going to play it through to Bongiovanni. This time gets brought down. Good challenge. Oh, haven't brought him down. Terrible, terrible defending again. Side netting this time. There's 3 minutes to go. Got to improve there. So disappointing the way we've defended in the last 15 minutes of this match. And as soon as we've been tested, we have pretty much crumbled. It's going to go long to Germain. Still time to maybe counter-attack and get a third. Obviously, that's not our first thought. Our first thought is to win the game, but you never know what can happen. Nkita winning it back, needing someone to go long, taking too much time, though. Luckily, keeping hold of it here. That's it. We've won the trophy. We've won the cup. It's 2-1, and we've managed to get ourselves some silverware this season. It's great news. You can see the way Kurt Zouma is celebrating here. It's a 2-1 win in the final, and that means we are the last team standing to lift the trophy. Bongiovanni getting the winning goal, the youngster there, which is great news for him, obviously. Making a lot of changes with about 25 minutes to go. Obviously, made the team much younger, much more experienced, and to be honest, worse overall. But it was enough to get ourselves across the finishing line, and it means that we do win the trophy. I'll quickly show you the trophy celebrations, but of course we've still got plenty of things to get through in today's episode. Still got a game to sim and a Lyon match still to play, so don't know whether we will have time for the Lyon game. We might just have to wait and see. Might just be able to sim the next match, because obviously things have gone a little bit longer than I expected. But yeah, we have the trophy celebrations here, and as you can see, we're going to be lifting the Copa de Liga, I think is how I pronounce that one, and we're hopefully just going to lift it here through Kurt Zouma. It's quite a nice trophy, actually. Bright gold trophy. Kurt Zouma is going to lift the trophy because we are champions and we have won the cup. Fantastic stuff there. Kurt Zouma lifting the trophy. And I don't know whether we'll have quite enough time to show all the celebrations, but I'll try and show you some of them now. Fully deserved it as well, because obviously we were playing against a team which we should beat, but obviously we had a weaker side at ourselves. A lot of players we had to rest from the Dortmund game that we played just 4 days earlier, so 2 really big matches in such a short space of time was always going to be difficult to be able to deal with. But we've dealt with it well, actually, and in the end we've managed to get ourselves the win in this game. Very important stuff. Some really key players in this match. Lemachan, again, no idea how to pronounce his name. Let me know in the comments if you do know, because I'm using his name a lot because he's playing so well for us, especially as a holder midfielder. He's doing a fantastic job in midfield. He was one of the key players in this match, as well as the game against Dortmund as well when he played at the back. And as you can see, also the fireworks celebrations from that win as well. But that's everything now. We've got to try and move on to this final game of today's episode. We won't quite have time for the game against Lyon, but we will be seeing this next match. There we have it, the tournament tree showing the way that we found ourselves into the final and managed to win ourselves the trophy. It was a 2-1 win against PSG, a 2-1 win against Nice that managed to get us through into the final, which we won 2-1 as well. So very good news for us to try and get ourselves some silverware in this season. Great stuff. Hopefully that's one of the objectives that we've managed to achieve as well. Okay, it actually wasn't one of the objectives to achieve. The one that we did have to achieve, we didn't achieve. So that's frustrating. But it still did mean our manager rating went up, so that's fine, as long as the board have kind of acknowledged that. Tournament prize money, don't think it'll be much. No, £1.7 million. Obviously not too much to us. Bakayoko's happy with his playing time. I have no idea where that one's come from. He's playing all the time. If anything, he's maybe playing a bit too much. I can't believe that. Maybe it's just disappointed he didn't play the cup final, but he wasn't able to. He was too tired. He couldn't play the cup final. He's played 26 matches. If you compare that to Mbappe, well, actually, God, yeah, it's not that many. Has he been injured? Marcella's played 22 times. 2/35. He must have been injured, Bakayoko, because I'm sure I played him more than that. So yeah, I don't know why he's complaining, because he probably has been injured. I would have played him much more than that otherwise. Let's go with some play drills. I'll change around, I think, 1 or 2 players here. Actually, no, I've decided to keep it the same. I do want to try and get that young goalkeeper up. So we'll keep things the same. Hopefully Mbappe's finishing goes up. And we'll wait and find out now. If it does go to 85, it does. But Mbappe remains at 83 overall. Still a little way off 84 overall. And Keita gets close to 68 overall, though. Okay, so things have just kind of changed around a little bit in the schedule. So we are still going to sim the final game of today's episode. But now we don't have a game against Lyon next episode. We've got the semi-finals to play. Real Madrid is who we've got coming up. So that is in how many days' time? 1, 2... 4 days time, so we're going to have to change this team obviously again for this match against Toulouse. We've got Real Madrid obviously in the next episode alongside a few other games as well, so we'll find out in the next episode whether we're in the final or not. That means we're going to probably have another 2 episodes, I think, of this season, because obviously the Lyon game's being rearranged now. Okay, so as you can see from the league table, we are currently 2nd in the league now. We are obviously miles off PSG, and we won't manage to catch them up, but we are now actually slightly above Lyon on goal difference. So obviously we've got a game against Lyon still to play, and that'll pretty much decide who finishes 2nd place by the looks of it. But onto this game now in the league, and of course we've got to try and maintain our league position. So I've had to put out a decent team, but obviously it's changed because we've got a game against Real Madrid in 4 days' time. This is the side I'm going to go with: Subasic, Toure, Jemison, Diallo, Jorge, Toussaint, Cagello, Dira, Lemar, Boschilla and Germain all starting. Last time I checked, Toulouse were in 10th place, and wow, it's 1-1, 12 minutes in. Germain scores, Silius managed to equalise just 2 minutes after, and that means it's now 1-1 into the next half. Diallo scored again playing for us. It's 2-1 now, all kicking off in this match. And can we beat the team that were 10th in the league here? 15 minutes left. Bakayoko scores to make it 3-1 off the bench for him. And there's less than 5 minutes to go. It finishes 3-1. A very hectic match there. Did not know what was going on for a second. Diallo managed to score just before half-time to get ourselves back in the lead. It's finished 3-1. Main thing is 3 points with a changed team. Can't really ask for too much more. Hopefully Bakayoko's okay to play this next game now, because obviously he came on as a sub. It should be alright, but we'll wait and see in the next episode. And that is everything for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. If we could try and hit 50 likes on today's episode, I would really appreciate it. If you're also new to the channel or just haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well down below. That'd be absolutely fantastic. I really do appreciate all the support on this series and on the channel in general. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.